All right, today is video 11 of 11 videos, and I have someone I look up to with me today, Jeff Conroy, and he's kind of the person that got me going on this whole one video a day. He started interviewing people from our community and actually probably from all over the place to educate. And so I was like, this is a great way for me to do the same. So I kind of copied him, he inspired me to do this. So would you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're up to now?
Sure. Hi, everybody. First of all, plagiarism is the greatest form of flattery. My mom always said that. But when I was doing my master's work, my professors didn't embrace that saying.
Right?
Well, what I'm doing now is after a 30-year career in nonprofits, I decided to go out and become a leadership coach, to become a facilitator, a trainer, and a public speaker. And I've been doing that for about a little over a year now. And up until the last month, I was picking up some really nice momentum, have some really awesome clients. And the things I do is I work with leadership, be it C-suite leadership or frontline leadership, and work on topics like confidence, self-esteem, structure, organization, strategic planning, development, fundraising, those types of things. So I'm really quite busy on that, but I'm going to say this last month has been a little slower. I've become very engaged with Zoom, the app, or the app that very few people knew anything about until about a month ago. But I still keep interacting with people. I have a few clients now because what I'm doing now is not really economically beneficial right now for a lot of businesses, but I really want to stay with people. So, the tagline of my company, Conroy Leadership Consulting, is relationship begins with a leadership begins with a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Any influence people have or they think they have begins with the relationship you have with people. I think during this time, it's not so much about the monetary benefit of stuff. It's more about interacting and building relationships and checking in on your friends and checking in on people. And how can you help them in any way, shape, or form with no monetary gain right now? That's where I'm at. So that's kind of what I'm doing these days. I sit in these four walls and I hop on Zoom and I talk with great people like Tabitha and ask them goofy questions like, what do you do for fun?
I love it. What do you do for fun?
Go for walks right now. So
It's social distancing, right?
well, yeah, my wife and I go for a walk once or twice a day, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. Do a lot of reading, a lot of webinars. Yeah, just trying to add tools for the tool belt and then pass what I'm learning on to other people.
Cool. So as you know, Jeff does a lot of stuff with leadership. So I'm going to ask you, I know it's a very broad question. There's probably tons of levels to this, but what makes a successful leader in a short version?
Wow. The short version, one of the hardest things that leaders learn to do. I'm a believer that leadership is taught. You're not born with it. I think you're born with charisma, but I don't think you're born with leadership skills. So one of the leadership skills that is the hardest one to learn is to really listen, to actively listen to people. Is it 100% all the time for the good leaders? Nope. I faltered more than 100 times over 30 years and continue to falter, but you have to actively listen. And the other one is to speak with clarity and to make sure that people understand what their role is as they're working. So clarity is very important.
So with that, with leadership, what do you suggest for anyone that's wanting to become a better leader or work on their leadership skills, especially right now, since we do have time?
Sure.
What would you suggest to people out there in leadership roles to do?
Sure. Leadership. I'm a big believer that leaders learn and are constantly learning, and leaders read. So read. I'm a fan of audiobooks like everyone else, but I think there is something psychologically embedding when you read as opposed to just listen. If you want to do both, good on you. But read and read different styles of leadership. When I first started, I was reading the Stephen Covey's, Zig Ziglar's, John Maxwell's of the world, and those are great. Those are amazing books, and they've done a great job. But go into other stuff. I started delving into fun stuff like Desmond Tutu and Dalai Lama and Gandhi and Martin Luther King and those types of things, because those things are still relevant today. Their talks and their teachings are still relevant today. Um, in webinars and learning. So everyone has an industry, and every industry has learning outlets. And right now, webinars are huge. A lot of free webinars going on right now. I saw something on Facebook where there's free cooking classes and there's free craft classes,
Love
and
it. Yeah.
there's all sorts of stuff out there. So take this time to really feed your inner leader. That's what
Awesome.
I would do. Yeah.
What are you reading right now?
Right now I'm reading what was it? Bob Iger's Ride of a Lifetime.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is it
Bob
good?
Iger's the president CEO of and retiring of the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, great. Yeah. All right. So the last question is, how you're asking all of us community leaders and our nonprofit leaders and all these people, how can the community help us? But how can the community help you in what you're doing right now?
Stay positive. There's so much negativity out there, and there's, in the print media and social media and on TV, and people just need to remain positive. And I'm a believer that there is no way any human being can be exposed to all that negativity and not absorb it, some of it,
Mm,
and just to take care of yourself and remain positive and help each other out. We're all in this. It's not just a section of people that are doing this. Everybody's in it. So be sympathetic to that, and reach out to people and just ask them honestly and authentically, how are you doing?
perfect. Thank you, Jeff.
My
I
honor.
really appreciate this. And you have a great day.
You
And thank you
betcha.
for being
And
part of my videos.
oh, of course. And you have a great day too, Tabitha.